Ahead of our live streaming this afternoon, which starts at around 1 p.m, that 2011 game at home to Rotherham United. Just a reminder about the fun family quiz taking place again here on our YouTube channel from around 5 p.m. You'll need 2 devices to play. Nothing too serious, a bit of fun for the family, and there's a prize for the winner. You can choose one item from the club superstore when that reopens. And also don't forget about the ever popular Spy Rights quiz, which gets underway at around 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. We had 180 people logged in to play last Wednesday night, so it is becoming a regular fixture and very popular with a lot of competition. Once again, a prize of a club superstore item for the winner, and all the winners will go into the draw for a VIP hospitality package for 2 adults and 2 children. So that's 8 p.m. on Wednesday for the Spy Rights quiz and 5 p.m. today for the fun family quiz. Please do join us. Ahead of our live streaming this afternoon, which starts at around 1 p.m, that 2011 game at home to Rotherham United. Just a reminder about the fun family quiz taking place again here on our YouTube channel from around 5 p.m. You'll need 2 devices to play. Nothing too serious, a bit of fun for the family, and there's a prize for the winner. You can choose one item from the club superstore when that reopens. And also don't forget about the ever popular Spy Rights quiz, which gets underway at around 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. We had 180 people logged in to play last Wednesday night, so it is becoming a regular fixture and very popular with a lot of competition. Once again, a prize of a club superstore item for the winner, and all the winners will go into the draw for a VIP hospitality package for 2 adults and 2 children. So that's 8 p.m. on Wednesday for the Spy Rights quiz and 5 p.m. today for the fun family quiz. Please do join us. Ahead of our live streaming this afternoon, which starts at around 1 p.m, that 2011 game at home to Rotherham United. Just a reminder about the fun family quiz taking place again here on our YouTube channel from around 5 p.m. You'll need 2 devices to play. Nothing too serious, a bit of fun for the family, and there's a prize for the winner. You can choose one item from the club superstore when that reopens. And also don't forget about the ever popular Spyrites quiz, which gets underway at around 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. We had 180 people logged in to play last Wednesday night, so it is becoming a regular fixture and very popular with a lot of competition. Once again, a prize of a Club Superstore item for the winner, and all the winners will go into the draw for a VIP hospitality package for 2 adults and 2 children. So that's 8 p.m. on Wednesday for the Spyrites quiz and 5 p.m. today for the fun family quiz. Please do join us. Ahead of our live streaming this afternoon, which starts at around 1 p.m, that 2011 game at home to Rotherham United. Just a reminder about the fun family quiz taking place again here on our YouTube channel from around 5 p.m. You'll need 2 devices to play. Nothing too serious, a bit of fun for the family, and there's a prize for the winner. You can choose one item from the club superstore when that reopens. And also don't forget about the ever popular Spyrites quiz, which gets underway at around 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening. We had 180 people logged in to play last Wednesday night, so it is becoming a regular fixture and very popular with a lot of competition. Once again, a prize of a Club Superstore item for the winner, and all the winners will go into the draw for a VIP hospitality package for 2 adults and 2 children. So that's 8 p.m. on Wednesday for the Spyrites quiz and 5 p.m. today for the Fun Family quiz. Please do join us. Welcome to today's hastily arranged replay. Unfortunately, yesterday's match had to be abandoned due to hardware issues. We've done some extensive testing since then and got to the root of the problem and sorted that out. So thank you for your patience. Apologies for that problem yesterday. And we're having to adapt and learn new techniques and master the technology. So your patience is very much appreciated. Now let's go back to 2011 and that unforgettable game at home to Rotherham United. Enjoy!
Winning ways very quickly, and I think it's just rubbed off on the fans. The fans have come in numbers, and crowds are getting bigger each week. So hopefully we can continue. But we haven't done anything yet, and I want to just concentrate on this game and try and get the 3 points what we're after.
Thank you, John.
Yes, the B2Net Stadium is certainly bouncing this evening for this local derby. 10,000 expected here tonight. 2,500 have made the short journey from Rotherham. They've certainly seen some entertainment here, the Chesterfield fans, this season. More goals at this stadium than any other ground in League Two. 71 in total, would you believe it? The home side is certainly enjoying playing here, Alan, but do the visitors enjoy coming here as well because of the facilities and a superb pitch?
I think so. I don't think we go to many grounds like this, and I certainly think that my team would enjoy playing here. But at the same time, you have to play against Chesterfield, who are a really strong side, so it's quite obvious that they enjoy playing at home as well.
We'll hear more from Alan Neil and Peter Taylor at half-time. But the next 90 minutes could well have a big bearing on this season's League Two promotion race. Your commentary team here in Chesterfield this evening is Don Goodman. He's alongside Daniel Mann.
And our first duty to take a check on the two teams for you. Craig Davis, as you've heard, is the Chesterfield headline maker. 19 of his 21 goals this season have come in League Two. And with his contract up in the summer, there are plenty of clubs with an interest in his future. Jack Lester is used carefully these days, but still definitely a big talent, while stand-in centre-back Gregor Robertson faces a former club. For Rotherham, the man to watch is undoubtedly Adam Lafondra, but in the words of his manager, it's time he started to deliver again. Only 4 goals in his last 16 matches. Nicky Law has made most of them. His dad Nicky played for Rotherham and Chesterfield and led the Spyrites to their most recent promotion as manager, while Ian Thomas-Moore is hoping to help his old man up this season. Skipper Dwayne Morris amongst the Chesterfield substitutes, while the mercurial Omar Daly and Liam Henderson have goals in them for Rotherham. And the new stadium has heralded a new optimism, and this season has proved to be everything Chesterfield could have hoped for. The record crowd expected for a genuine derby match. And Chesterfield are almost over the finishing line. And Rotherham have plenty of distance left to run in the race for a place in League One. All the action is live next.
Sponsored.
Start collecting your vouchers.
Top of the table clash
By Bet365.
It's a top-of-the-table clash from N-Power League 2 this evening. Chesterfield against Rotherham. The B2Net Stadium is buzzing. Tremendous atmosphere. Let's rejoin your commentary team now. Don Goodman and Daniel Mann.
Indeed, the biggest crowd the B2Net Stadium has yet seen expected tonight. The biggest in Chesterfield since an Ian Rush-inspired Liverpool came to the home of the Crooked Spire nigh on 20 years ago. That's indicative of what this means, both in terms of the promotion picture, but also in terms of local pride. As many points as miles separate Chesterfield and Rotherham, but the Millers have been playing well without getting the results they require. Chesterfield well ahead up at the top. It has all the ingredients, Don, doesn't it? Including a cracking atmosphere.
Oh, atmosphere is absolutely phenomenal, and you're right, derby game right at the top of League Two. Pretty sure it's not going to disappoint us.
It's Talbot, who is playing at right full back, but a striker by trade. He's also featured in the wide right role that's occupied here by Dean Smalley. A promising start, and swung full kindly for Craig Davis. He's in the sort of position he enjoys, and no surprise he took the shot up.
Well, if you're Rotherham, you must know, you must have seen the videotape of Craig Davis when he gets in those positions, wants to get inside on his right foot. You've got to force him down the outside on his weaker left side.
This is Morgan. Over every ahead, but it's Jack Lester who's trying to retrieve, and the league leaders really getting on the front foot from the start.
We heard John Sheridan, we know Chesterfield, what he demands from his players, attacking football. He won't have been disappointed with the opening minute and a half or so. Rotherham has got to hang on in there, just weather the storm. Ronnie Moore would have expected this kind of a start from Chesterfield.
Kennedy, the left-back. Rotherham's away record recently is not great. 1 win in 9. Ronnie Moore suggesting they've been a little too open for their own good at times on their travels. It's been pinned back, though, in the early stages here.
This is a crucial game for both teams, but particularly for Rotherham United, you feel.
Holden to tidy up. Centre-back, not a position he's regularly played, but fitting in. It's been a lot of square pegs in round holes at the back for Chesterfield this season, but it hasn't affected them too much.
At all. This is a team that haven't lost back-to-back matches. It takes some doing at this stage of the season.
Jack Lester felled by Ryan Cresswell, the Rotherham skipper.
Well, the skipper must know all the experience that Jack Lester's got. Can't be coming into the back of him like that. It's a real cheap free kick to give away, and it just keeps this momentum up that Chesterfield have built up.
Well, Dean Morgan is there. Whittaker might fancy this. He's got plenty to say for himself. Former Manchester United youngster does have a real quality from set pieces. It's fired in by Morgan. And the first work of the night for Andy Warrington.
There's a top keeper at this level. To be on his toes there, Andy Warrington. And it's clear, Chesterfield really desperate to keep the tempo very, very high. Keep the pressure on Rotherham.
There's just no way out for them at the moment. This time it is Whittaker will take over. Smalley can be useful in the air. It is Smalley!
Well defended. I'm going to say Ronnie Moore will be asking a lot of questions of his defenders, because look at the movement. Smalley starts in there, just drifts off, takes a couple of steps back, and all of a sudden he's in absolutely acres of space. It's a difficult header because the ball's behind him. And that's the free kick before. It's a fine save from Andy Warrington, but it's all Chesterfield at the moment. Rotherham really have got to dig in.
Smalley again, screaming for it. This near side is Morgan, who's completely free.
Ronnie Moore would have expected a test here tonight. He would have also expected a quick start from Chesterfield, but even he may be a little bit surprised at just how fast Chesterfield have got at the blocks here tonight. I think the first goal here tonight is going to be massive, absolutely massive, particularly from a Rotherham United perspective. You have to go way back to September. Funnily enough, Chesterfield, they're the best team in the league, there's no doubt about that, but they haven't overturned conceding the first goal since back in September. It's a long time to go, and Ronnie Moore will know that. So under pressure, opening stages, you've got to dig in.
It's forward by Leicester, Mullins and Davis together. And they'll go against the Chesterfield frontman.
Again, even though that ball was hooked on to Craig Davis, he found himself in a 1v1 situation. I just think that's a little bit slack. It's a huge gamble for Rotherham to leave their defenders 1v1 against such quality attackers.
Now Marshall. First chance to get involved, the first chance Rotherham have had to ask any sort of questions in the opposing half of the field. Ian Thomas Moore arriving, doing a job for the team from a wide position. It's a foul on Ryan Taylor. And he does so as the man in charge tonight.
Free kick just gives Rotherham a little breather, doesn't it? To take a breath and set something up at the other end.
Wellington Cresswell up there, as you'd expect. And it's Mullins who rises with the goalkeeper.
Tommy Lee's done fantastically well there. I have to tell you, he is under enormous pressure because this ball is fizzed in with a lot of pace. It's attacked incredibly well by Johnny Mullins, and under pressure, Tommy Lee does really well to get that hand on there. Rotherham have served the warning. They're going to be a threat from these kind of set pieces if they can continue delivering balls in like that.
And Lee into traffic again, and Chesterfield can see it away. And that's Torben, and now for Morgan. The break well and truly on. Rotherham are funneling bodies back. It's beyond Davis, but Talbot can keep it alive. And Davis! Well, a breakneck start to this match here.
I think we need to pause for breath, don't we? Absolutely phenomenal pace and intensity. This is a real good ball in. Does really well getting himself back into the danger area, Craig Davis. You can see why he scored so many goals, because he was the one that laid close to the ball. One thing in his mind, getting back into the penalty area to get on the end of those crosses.
This man who really is in the form of his life at the moment. A taste of the high life earlier in his career with Manchester City. And a little spell at Verona in Italy, which didn't work out, got a bit homesick. It's a touch for Scott Griffiths. Dealt with on that occasion. It's Thomas Moore for Rotherham. Lafondra looking for Ryan Taylor. Jason Taylor, his namesake, to put himself about as well. It's Smalley. Tom Sheridan is brought from his former club Oldham. Whittaker likewise. Mullins sticking to the defensive task. There's been plenty to do for Rotherham as we approach the 10-minute mark. It's almost been like the last 10 minutes in the first 10 minutes.
It's been a whirlwind, that's for sure. Rotherham have shown enough in those couple of set pieces to know, to show us all that they can be a threat here tonight. It's clear that the defence of Rotherham are going to have to be on top of their game to keep these top scorers in League Two at bay tonight.
Allen, Leicester, Talbot arriving, fist across, and Danny Coy to turn it behind.
For those of us that haven't seen Chesterfield this season, I think we're all going to be mightily impressed. They work the ball lovely, they play some lovely football, but get the ball out wide, and they're not afraid to fizz the crosses in. First time, both full-backs attacking, wingers attacking, plenty of bodies attacking the ball in the penalty area.
Scored by Marshall that time. Scored by Griffiths. Lafondra. Ryan Taylor's moved ahead, but Allen is there. So wanting a free kick, which he isn't about to get from Andy D'Urso. It's Holden. Chesterfield. They've won the last 4, having got 20 years without a victory against them.
It's funny how it works, isn't it? You know, certainly in modern times, Rotherham United have been the team who've had the better of this fixture. Sometimes you get bogey teams, don't you? You get teams that you don't do well against. John Sheridan, as manager at Chesterfield, he's lost all 3 games against this Rotherham team. Ronnie Moore's got a decent record as manager against Chesterfield, so you just wonder. This is talking about the fullbacks getting forward. This is Drew Talbot playing at fullback, but a former striker, and that's why he knows exactly where he wants to put that ball. He's got every right to be expecting a striker in on that. Super ball in.
I don't think he's not a former striker for too long. It's very rare he wants to play, but there are a lot of players who are having to fill it in less than regular position, like Gregor Robertson here is playing at centre-back, usually on the left side of the back 4. This is Allard. Pressure coming from Nicky Law.
That's where Rotherham want Chesterfield, that area of the pitch, and that's where they've really got to close them down when they're in possession, Chesterfield.
Law, certainly a player they'll be keen to get into the game, Rotherham, because he's one of the most reliable supply lines in League 2.
Pivotal part of this Rotherham United team, isn't he? It's been for a while.
Dean Smalley is the man down on the deck at the moment.
It's the assistant referee that gives this. Their arms are interlocked, look. Maybe Jason Taylor's a little bit unlucky. Maybe he's just too strong.
Jason Taylor, the man involved in the battle there. As Leicester will pick it up, and Craig Davis trying to get away. An appeal, but only an appeal.
Well, he has a curious look, doesn't he? Andy D'Ursaw's first major decision. It's Ryan Creswell. Now the defender certainly doesn't seem to get any connection on the ball. He has a swing. I just wonder how much of a connection on Craig Davis there was. He goes down very easy, the big striker, and I think that goes against him in Andy D'Ursaw's mind.
Potential controversy. Jason Taylor for Rotherham. Game perhaps settling down to a more sustainable pace.
Well, it's a theatrical fall, and I think that's what makes Andy D'Ursaw's mind up here. It's miscontrolled by Leicester. There's a swing by Creswell. Davis just nips in just ahead of the centre half. There's a swing. Andy D'Ursaw's position's good. Craig Davis falls down way too easy. And if you're a Rotherham defender, you should be maybe asking the referee, if he's not given a penalty, why he's not booking Craig Davis for that.
Marshall. The change out of Scott Davis. Loose from Morgan. A good combination here. And it's Ryan Taylor. Don't need the help that Marshall will provide. Holding on, but again Coyd putting him under pressure. Mullins to step across, but Davis has won the battle. And he'll find Smalley as well. Up against Kennedy here. It's a great run from Smalley. No one able to connect.
Well, it's brilliant. Purely and simply, absolutely brilliant. That's what you want to see, isn't it? Wingers running at the fullbacks, getting beyond them, and then putting good crosses in from near the byline. Deserve better again. That's a few crosses now that have fizzed across that Rotherham goal.
He's back with the manager who gave him his first crack at senior level, John Sheridan. And And he's certainly repaid that belief this season with 9 goals. They'll take it on here.
Good strike. It's an ooh from the crowd. I do believe Andy Warrington in the Rotherham goal. Act is covered. You see the goalkeeper. He knows it's going wide, but very, very lively start by Chesterfield and by Dean Smalley.
There's no doubt that the extra support this season has helped Chesterfield. Their average attendance up near 6,500. It's less than 4,000 in their final season at Saltergate.
Absolute perfect setting, isn't it, for a club of Chesterfield's stature, playing at this level. It's been a real boost to the club. Did a terrific job, hasn't he? 8th last season. Just missed out. He won't allow anybody to talk about promotion just yet, will he? He's waiting until they're over the line, but a huge surprise if they don't make it, Chesterfield.
So many games between teams in and around that picture at the top. Don't need too many more victories. Boyd shutting down Morgan, but the pressure firmly applied throughout this opening 17.5 minutes. Real confusion, and Davis! Well, somehow they kept it out, but Rotherham, authors of their own downfall there. Real escape for them, and here's Law.
Well, they got away with it there. There is no question. Rotherham seemed to be a lack of communication between the goalkeeper and a defender. Warrington, you would imagine it's fizzed in, but you'd imagine the keeper's calling for it. Defender gets in his way. They scramble it away in the end. It's the winger, isn't it? Marshall gets in his way.
Right at the other end, a chest for Tommy Lee from Marcus Marshall.
Well, he's been in the thick of it, the young man, hasn't he? Both ends. Just a long throw, good movement. Spun off his marker. That's a real good strike. Just a nice height for Tommy Lee, who'll be thankful it was straight at him.
Thomas Moore taking up residence in that near post area. It's away by Talbot. And Morgan. And they spring Smalley. He's certainly got the pace, and Warrington coming to meet him.
I spoke earlier about Andy Warrington's experience. He is a top goalkeeper at this level, and he really read that situation well, because I think a lot of people in the ground thought Smalley was away just for a second there, but it's good goalkeeping, real good starting position.
Terrific stuff. Despite the fact that Chesterfield have exerted a major influence on this game so far, and almost relentless tempo from the outset, Rotherham have had their opportunities in front of goal. Davis hoping for a corner, and indeed he'll get one.
Both teams have provided a threat from corners so far, haven't they?
On with it swiftly, and Whittaker. Smalley in amongst it. Oh. Stopped by Callum Kennedy. It's Morgan to curl it in! And the opening goal! Dean Holden, the centre-back, has headed home, and Chesterfield strike first.
Well, there is absolutely no question. It's deserved. There's also no question about the quality of the cross. That's what makes this. They deal with the first ball in Rotherham. You get it clear, but then it finds its way back to Morgan, who whips the ball in beautifully. Absolutely stunning cross. All Dean Holden has got to do is divert it onto the target, and he does it beautifully. Leaves Andy Warrington in the goal with absolutely no chance. Great ball in, great header. It's been a great start to the match for Chesterfield.
And what Rotherham feared has happened. They've conceded first again, away from home. Holden, should be pointed out, a makeshift centre-back to some degree. Pouncing like a true poacher there.
They've been knocking at the door, haven't they? Lots and lots of real quality crosses have gone into that Rotherham United box. Just that Chesterfield hadn't managed to get anybody on the end of one until then.
Talbot. It's beyond Davis, it's Danny Coyde's header. Kept up once again by Griffiths. And now it's Morgan. Look at the referee Andy D'Urso, but there was never any likelihood he was going to give it.
I'd love to see referees do something about this. He's got a great view of this, Andy D'Urso. There's no contact, it's a slip, but look, he's asking, he's got his hands out. There's Dean Morgan asking Andy D'Urso for a penalty. That's poor, that. I'd like to see it. There needs to be a deterrent, doesn't there, to stop players from going down so easily. It was a slip, but once he's slipped, you cannot ask for a penalty for that.
Jason Taylor.
It's funny, isn't it? Screaming for a handball, the crowd, about a yard from the corner.
Holden lurking there again. It's Marshall who got the header this time. Rotherham. Looking there by Allett.
It's just giving possession back to a team that love the football, that want to pass the football. I just think that's ill-advised. Hoofing the ball up the pitch against a team like Chesterfield.
Morgan. Smalley. From Morgan, and it's Coyde behind.
Corner count is racking up and up and up, and Ronnie Moore must be very concerned at the way this opening 25 minutes or so has gone. Team really on the back foot.
Smalley beaten to the punch. Whittaker. Running in trio. Mullins in the way. Offside flag up.
You can see, don't need anybody to tell you, he's not a happy manager. You see Chesterfield absolutely dominating the football and looking threatening with it. Often you see teams dominating possession, not really creating chances and looking threatening, but you can't say that tonight about Chesterfield.
He called for more solidity, but not negativity tonight from his Rotherham players, but they have really faced a relentless series of attacks. It's Marshall to play it across, but Rotherham have got enough about them to be posing a threat on the rare occasions when they do have a grip of the game.
They do look a threat when they get into that final third, don't they? And we know Chesterfield, they do give teams chances. Only 5 teams in this division conceded more goals at home than Chesterfield, which is a remarkable statistic. But the way they play, you will get chances against them.
who got up there. This is Talbot. Trying to replace Marcus Marshall.
Good defending.
That's Jason Taylor. They find themselves chasing a game again. Talent will win possession back for Chesterfield.
This is Chesterfield's 38th game. 25 times they've taken the lead. A platform that gives you. Usually go on, turn it into a very positive result.
It's an iron grip on the leadership of this division, isn't it? Back since the middle of December. Maybe just a couple of wins away from having enough points on the board. I just can't gather that. Marshall leading the Rotherham charge. Run away from Lafondre. Here's Allet. Maybe Ronnie Moore took to Tranmere, but shortly after he took him, Ronnie himself was out the door. Morgan. Neither of them stayed onside there, so certainly Smalley didn't.
Rotherham are struggling with the movement. They have Chesterfield. Wide players, particularly Dean Morgan, drifting inside. Very difficult to mark. Not very often have we seen him out here hugging the left touchline.
He loves to rove and roam, and there were quite a few surprised that he is still down at this level. I remember for a long time earlier in his career, Leeds were keen on taking him. A couple of occasions they looked at him closely. Had he gone there, you never know what part he might have played. The aforementioned Dean Morgan, released by MK Dons in the summer. It's Whittaker. And the goal scorer, Dean Holden. From Shrewsbury Town just over a month ago. Leaving there under a little bit of a cloud. I don't think that would be an exaggeration. Ryan Turner certainly felt his agent had a bit too much to say for himself about his situation. Here's Griffiths. Eased away from Marshall, and this is Morgan, and this is Davis. Coyed with a timely intervention. Leicester. It's a foul on Cresswell. Another Super Sunday for you from the Premier League. Sunderland-Liverpool is the early game from 1 o'clock. HD1 available in 3D as well, as is Chelsea against Manchester City, which follows from 3:30, also on HD1. Robertson. Kennedy, Smalley, swiftly in. No time whatsoever. And Warrington had little chance really of preventing a corner there. Apologetic Cresswell. Well, I think he was apologetic.
I think he was apologetic. I think he'll be saying a little prayer that they don't concede from this.
Smalley's header, and Davis is in there! Chesterfield exact full punishment. And the runaway leaders are in danger of running away from Rotherham here.
Well, it's beautifully worked. You have to feel Andy Warrington left exposed again. All needless, wasn't it? A back pass that gifted Chesterfield a corner that Rotherham very switched off look. Nobody anywhere near the player who flicks it on. Davis finds himself with an aerial duel against young Marshall. The young man's got no chance, neither has Andy Warrington. It was a flick on from Smalley that found its way to Craig Davis. A man in that kind of form, big, powerful man, he's not going to miss. But this is what gifted Chesterfield the corner. It's a horrible back pass. Leaves Andy Warrington no chance. And the phrase "masters of your own downfall" springs to mind.
In a couple of moments, one that wasn't fully punished, the mishap at the corner, and Warrington had to scramble it off the line. But Craig Davis, to a large degree, has been gifted his 22nd goal of the season. And they've been so on top. Don't need to be giving away gifts. Here's Davis again. Boyd will fall down. It will be a free kick in Chesterfield's favour.
This is going to be a real test of Rotherham resolve here, because they are not only 2 goals down, but they're 2 goals down to the absolute standout team of this division. They've got no sign that John Sheridan's team are going to take their foot off the gas either.
How many goals there have been here this season. It's Morgan's delivery again, it's quality. This time it's dealt with by Mullins. Whittaker to win it back though. This is Law. Been able to exert the influence on the game he's well capable of doing, but the break on here, it's Jason Taylor. Tied it up by Griffiths.
Oh, what a chance. What a chance that was to slip in Thomas Moore in. A yard on his marker, and the chance is gone. A lot of frustrated faces out there in Rotherham Red, including the manager.
Faces, sum it up really, bewilderment.
It was a similar game on Monday night, didn't we, with Norwich and Bristol City, but Bristol City hung in at 1-0 down and hung in, eventually got their chance to equalise. They were unable to do that.
It's Robertson.
Though that I keep saying Chesterfield will give you chances, and if one comes Rotherham's way, you have to take it. If they get the next goal, it's game on again.
Look at the back four. You've got a striker playing right back, you've got 2 full-backs playing centre-back. Scott Griffiths is the only one in his natural position.
They haven't come under any real pressure. That's the problem. For Rotherham.
It's Holden. Robertson hasn't played at centre-backs since his Scotland under-21 days, and he's 27 now. Well, he has had a few matters to attend to, despite the dominance. In that position, although usually that's a basic qualification for the job, isn't it? Leicester. It'll open up for Jack Leicester, and Warrington to respond. A second chance for him, this time Mullins to throw himself in the way.
It's a real good block, isn't it? Leicester struck that with venom. And he's a goal scorer, always has been, always will be. Look at the space that he's gifted. Cresswell doesn't really close him down quickly enough, just cuts inside, gets the strike away, then gets onto the rebound. It takes a real brave block from Johnny Mullins to keep the score 2-0 here. Super block.
And doing so, probably keep Rotherham's hopes alive.
A lot of dominated possession, certainly dominated shots at goal and on target. Dominating everything, Chesterfield at the moment.
A set-piece opportunity, and a bit of respite for the two centre-backs as much as anything. This is Coyd. Fire it through the crowd. It didn't make its way through the crowd. Smalling. Mark Allett. Whittaker. Such an attack-minded Chesterfield side. It's Leicester. Halted this time by Mullins, but it was a fine margin there.
The danger for Rotherham. His Chesterfield team just playing with huge amounts of confidence.
Fondra. Well, he probably needs service more than the likes of Leicester and Davis, who are capable of manufacturing their own chances. The supply line has been cut pretty much. Cameo from Jack Leicester, who seems only to be utilised amidst the home comforts these days for Chesterfield. Still only 5 league games away from home, but as we've seen, his talent is still very much at the forefront. Points here at home prior to today. Only 4 teams with a better record than that in the whole of the Football League. Queen's Park Rangers and the top 3 in League One. Manchester United have also picked up more points at home, but that's it. Davis.
Well, in the goals again, but benefits from a couple of sloppy pieces of play from Rotherham. First, the back pass that gives Andy Warrington no chance of keeping it in, but then they just switch off. Look at the players. Just watch Dean Smalley there. Just turns around, and then the ball just comes in, and he just flicks it on. Craig Davis is all alone and heads it in. 2 pieces of real sloppiness from Rotherham United.
It's a double whammy, isn't it? Double the lead for Chesterfield. This victory would move 18 points clear of the playoff places.
I'll tell you something, John Sheridan still won't let them talk about promotion. Guarantee it.
The P word isn't unmentionable in these parts.
Yep.
Strong challenge by Griffith Scott. Plenty of the ball. Law. Touch from Thomas Moore, and a foul by Allett.
He's not happy with some of the defending before he conceded this foul, but just brings Nicky Law down in full flight. It's another set piece for Rotherham. What's the quality going to be like?
Too quick for the referee's liking.
He was still talking to Mark Allett, wasn't he?
Taylor, the less heralded member of the partnership with Le Fondre, in there. Mullins coming in round the back, and Tommy Lee in trouble, but he'll get a free kick in his favour anyway.
Mullins, a little inquiry as to why. High lofted ball. You'd expect the keeper to be in control of that. And it's a little bit soft, isn't it? Mullins just nudge him. A little bit harsh for me. Overprotected goalkeeping species, aren't they?
Whittaker still hunting it down. Ryan Taylor. Control. This is Callum Kennedy.
It's been the difference, hasn't it? The service into the front men. It's been on different planets, hasn't it? Beautifully worked and passed into the forwards by Chesterfield. Lots of fighting balls for the Rotherham strikers.
They're making an opportunity now. Lafondra couldn't get away. It's Law. It's Thomas Moore. Nicky Law might take it on. Allen is the man in the way. This is Smalley. Look for Morgan here. Find it. Davis not about to give this up, despite the fact that Chesterfield have a handy advantage here.
He must be immensely proud of his team. Play the game the right way, don't they? And he never doubted for a minute that he would have any team of his playing football, a passing game. He's a player himself.
Keep going right to the end. There's no let up. Rotherham have scored a lot of goals late on in games, and they've got a lot of points from it. Chesterfield too, but less gainful because they've tended to be in charge of matches as they are tonight. More cautionary words from Andy D'Urso for Mark Allen. This would be the time to really change the picture, both psychologically and in footballing terms, if Rotherham can create and take a chance. It's Law who's up. He's struck by Jason Taylor.
It's a real good effort from the midfielder. Because this isn't easy, as it bounces out to him. Very, very difficult, but he controls it really well. The goalkeeper was well alert.
Lafondra. For Chesterfield just to keep focused right through to see it through to the interval. I imagine Ronnie Moore might have the hairdryer out.
Well, he may well do, but he also knows that he has got a team with a bit of character. They've conceded the first goal a few times, and 3 times they've come back to win, and 4 times they've come back to draw, so it just hasn't been against the calibre of a Chesterfield, though.
About to head into a minute of added time. It's Marshall. Back there by Dean Morgan. Here's Mullins. Up to Jack Lester, and Chesterfield could yet end the half on a high. Oh, beautifully done! Fantastic from Jack Lester. And even in first half stoppage time, that is surely the clincher.
Wow, that's all I've got to say. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. I spoke about Rotherham gambling and leaving the defenders 1v1 against these quality strikers. Well, they've just paid the price again, because Jack Lester finds himself in acres of space as the ball breaks. They win the ball back lovely. That's Craig Davis, goal-scoring striker, winning the ball back. But from there on, one forward pass, and it's all about Jack Lester. Cuts inside, sells a little dummy, and what about the finish? The finish is absolutely sublime. But he's got to stay calm here. Could have easily thrashed at that with his right foot, but cuts in on the left side and just curls the most beautiful shot into the roof of the net. Wonderful goal, and that really is it, you feel. It's about pride for Rotherham.
It's that little touch of class that can make the difference at any level. He's always had that ability. He may be, dare I say it, in the autumn of his career now, but the talent never fades.
How intelligent was he? The position he took up, real intelligent striking.
Fantastic way to end the half, and it's been all Chesterfield. Jack Lister with a stunning third to add to goals by Dean Holden and Craig Davis, and at half-time the leaders are running away from Rotherham. It's Chesterfield 3, Rotherham 0.
Just 3 places separate the two sides in the League Two table. You wouldn't think it on the evidence of that first half, would you? 3-0 to Chesterfield. The thoughts of Alan Knill and Peter Taylor when we come back after this. But what a first half from Chesterfield. The top scorers in the division didn't take long to make it number 70 of the season. Rotherham handed the 71st on a plate. Before a moment of magic on the stroke of half-time from Jack Lester. This was for you, Alan Knill. We'll explain why next. 2 more live games for you coming up tomorrow. First up from the Premier League, a London derby. Tottenham against West Ham from 12:30. Sky Sports HD2 and 2, and also in Sky 3D. And it's followed at tea time by more action from the Football League. Promotion hopeful Southampton taking on stuttering Sheffield Wednesday. 5 p.m. for that one, also on Sky Sports HD2 and 2. This evening we are at the B2Net Stadium, and it is Chesterfield leading 3-0. Also in League 2, Southend 1-0 up against Hereford at Roots Hall at half-time. Harry Crawford, first half sub, with the goal in that game. So, is it game over already with Chesterfield 3-0 up, or can Rotherham get back into it? Let's find out from Don Goodman and Daniel Mann.
Certainly Chesterfield more than in charge in that first half, and Rotherham with real work to do. Away form recently has been costly. This seems likely to bring up the no win in 5 statistic, and it's possible they could even be out of the top 7 come the end of the weekend.
That's the worry. It's the worry for everybody connected with Rotherham, because they are in the worst form of the top 10 teams over the last sort of 8 matches or so, going into the real crucial part of the season. The last thing you want is to be in poor form.
Well, there's half-time change, and Dale Trong, who Ronnie Moore felt was a little unlucky to lose his starting place tonight with the return of Danny Coy from injury, replacing Callum Kennedy. He'll come on straight in at left back. This is Ian Thomas-Moore. And Nicky Law. Drew Talbot on the defensive.
Defending. So he used to be a striker. Tackles like that, fantastic.
Well, it was Cresswell coming in, and an opportunity to atone for his part in the second goal.
In the thick of the game, gets a good run, doesn't he? Maybe feel that he should do a fraction better. Just gets ahead of Dean Smalley. Can't get enough of a contact on the ball.
He's not been short of a goal this season. He's got 5 in all competitions, 4 in League 2. Season that has been injury ravaged, as the old cliche goes. He's not had an awful lot of luck. Back problems. Marvin Morgan of Aldershot fell on him and broke his collarbone, and just as he was getting back into training, he turned his ankle. Adventurous approach from Rotherham in this second half. It's a case of having to.
Well, it is, and you have to salvage some pride, because they took a real beating in that first half, and if it carries on in the same vein in the second half and they end up on the end of a real bad beating, you do wonder how that will affect their confidence going into their last 8 games or so. Certainly not going to have a positive effect on it.
The next home game when they return to the Don Valley Stadium is potentially a big one against Shrewsbury. They've got a trip to Lincoln before that. Mullins there, Ryan Taylor, swiped away by Drew Talbot. This is Dean Smalley. It's Law who's applying the pressure. Allett, Jack Lester. The goal of the night, although there could be more competition yet. If Chesterfield get the bit between their teeth as they did in the first half.
Well, it hasn't been the whirlwind start to the second half they gave us in the first half. Sometimes it's hard to replicate that. Going at half-time and you feel the game's more or less won. Played really well. Sometimes it's hard to go out. You don't often see it that a team wins 3 or 4 in the first half and then there's the same thing in the second half.
Davis left indignant on the turf, but it's Rotherham who can build. It's Tom. Nicky Law. Ryan Taylor. Tong. Around Talbot, not with the ball, but a free kick anyway.
It's better football, isn't it? They passed the ball, they got it into Taylor, and then they got it out wide to Tong, and they drew the foul. And this is where they've looked at their most dangerous from set pieces.
Yeah, Thomas Moore is screaming for it, completely free. Left side of the box. Nicky Law now will deliver, and Tommy Lee will come. Only Davis forward here, but he's giving Coyne a real difficult time, but that will be penalised. An arm out to ease Coyne away.
Andy D'Urso must have been a long way away from this. It's a real quick kick. Is there an infringement? Is there a push, or is he just too strong? It doesn't look an awful lot in that to me. He's a big, strong, powerful lad.
That's the point the Welsh international makes. Forward by Jason Taylor. Fondra's header. This is Marcus Marshall. Can he get the better of Griffiths? Goal kick, the outcome. I'm sure he'll be desperate to avoid any complacency creeping in. The door perhaps creaking ajar for Rotherham. Early goal in this second half certainly could change the picture.
It rarely happens, but every now and again the team do come back from such a deficit. If they are going to do that, they really need a goal pretty soon, you would suspect.
Some Coy together again. On loan from Blackpool to fire it away. Why not take it on, Dean Morgan? Certainly full of confidence.
He may be getting a flea in his ear if they weren't already 3-0 up. You could tell as soon as that ball bounced there, one thing in his mind, he is a confident lad. Possesses a decent strike, but very ambitious.
Ryan Taylor won that well. This is Lafondre, peripheral figure so far. Marcus Marshall getting a meaningful cross in, and Danny Whittaker is able to tidy up. And here's Mullins. Marshall again. On now for Nicky Law. It's away by Holden.
Better from Rotherham, isn't it? First real sustained piece of pressure.
Moore. Beyond Ryan Taylor, it will fall for Lafondre. Marshall, Law. See possession in the final third more often in the second half already than he did in the entirety of the first.
You look at the front players of Rotherham and Taylor and Vondra, the very creative Nicky Law. Haven't really been in the game. No real service to the strikers. Even their backs against the wall job. But they started the second half much more like Ronnie Moore would have wanted them to start the match.
Despite that array of attacking talent, they've struggled for goals just of late. Only one in their last three. That's in the game against Bradford that they lost, which was a defeat of a hotly disputed winning goal for the Bantams. Moore's team certainly did not feel that it crossed the line, having rebounded off the other side of the crossbar. Point dropped. Every little helps at this stage of the season. Robertson under that. Smalley. He's got a different adversary in this second half. Dale Tong, his direct opponent. Here's Craig Davis. Well provided by Dean Morgan. Leicester. Thomas Moore. Dean Smalley tracking back. Craft as well as the craft. Anything to do his old man a good turn in his what remains of this season. Second time he's played under Father Ronnie. Corner forthcoming there for Rotherham.
His supporters must absolutely love what they've been served up. They're at home this season. Wonderful football, lots and lots of goals. The tone was set in the opening of the stadium, wasn't it? A 5-4 against Derby.
Yes.
We should have known.
Just had a 5-5 here this season against Crewe, one of the games of the season which they managed to salvage a point from late on. It's certainly the place to come for entertainment, yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a player who is certainly capable of providing rich entertainment as well. Real talent. Dean Morgan looking for Leicester here. Rotherham looking for the flag, which comes.
Real clever movement. It may have just been offside, but the way he just drifted in between the two Rotherham central defenders.
Smalley. Challenge from Thomas Moore. Nicky Law. Know how it feels to lose a 3-goal lead. They did so against Burton earlier in the season. Law is still down here. Oh, they've let it run for Ryan Taylor.
It's his first opportunity, and a little shake of the head because had that nestled in the back of the net, Ronnie Moore knows his team may just be back in it. We knew that Chesterfield, every now and again, they switch off, give you a chance. Minimum requirement, hit the target. This is how Nicky Law gets hurt, gets body checked. It's a painful one, but his team played on without him and manufactured one of their best chances.
Yeah, without their chief assister able to play a part in the attack, but that certainly did look painful. And Dennis Circuit Trying to restore him to health quickly. More live action to come this weekend. Tomorrow, a London derby from the Premier League from 12:30. HD2 also available in 3D. And we've got a tasty clash from League One, certainly worthy of a higher level. Southampton against Sheffield Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Also Sky Sports HD2. Looks like he's going to be able to emerge unscathed from that, Nicky Law, happily. Certainly when the chips are down, he's a player that Rotherham would certainly want out there.
They really need a positive result. They need one soon, don't they, Rotherham United? They'll stay the same. This will be 5 games now without a win.
There are plenty of teams who are beginning to click just below that playoff picture who could yet have a say. There's always tends to be a late runner, doesn't there?
There are several candidates as well, all the way down to Accrington, who are in fine form, and they've got a couple of games in hand as well, but they're down in 12th position. So all those teams below Rotherham, for them, this is the perfect result so far.
It's fantastic. You get to the onset of spring and there's still so much at stake for so many teams in almost every division.
I don't understand people that knock the playoffs. I think they have been one of the single best things to happen to football in the modern era. They are fantastic. They keep a whole lot of interest right till the end of the season for a lot of clubs.
An awful lot of heartache.
Just you to look at the negative side.
Well, it's perhaps the best way to go up. It's certainly the worst way to not go up.
From Lafondra just getting a little foul there. Must have been a very frustrating evening for him.
It's no coincidence, really, that Rotherham's dip has coincided with the dip he suffered in front of goal. I mentioned 4 in the last 16, which really does tell you the manner he started the season in.
It was all going so well for Rotherham, wasn't it? Until into the new year, in 2nd place, just tucked in behind Chesterfield. Gone to pot.
Craig Davis to play it in. Allett to pluck it out of the air. Drew Talbot. A promising situation developing for Chesterfield, but it's, I suppose, to some degree inevitable that the same urgency and intensity in the first half is no longer there.
Speaking about Rotherham and going into New Year, January the 15th is where it all seemed to go wrong. They lost to Southend United. It's their 15th game since then, of which they've won 4. This would be their 8th defeat. Just seemed to dent their confidence somewhat. They had 3 defeats on the trot in that little run, and we spoke about Chesterfield not suffering back-to-back defeats all season. They lost their last game. It doesn't look like they're going to suffer back-to-back defeats here tonight.
4 here for Lafondra. Just for a glimmer he's had, and Gregor Robertson there to tidy up.
Just seeing the other side of Chesterfield, aren't we, in terms of defensive work.
Talbot to take care of business, but he'll fall for Law. Lafondra. Law's road. It's not one he could navigate. Be a goal kick, and Rotherham are poised to make a change. Omar Daly. Real enigma. have days when he's absolutely brilliant. He's going to replace Ian Thomas Moore. Some that bemoan what they see as a lack of graft rather than applaud the occasional craft. He had a good game here. It influenced matters for Bradford when they came here a few weeks back. So Ryan Taylor, who had that the one real glorious Rotherham opportunity a few moments earlier, was a little wearily picked himself to his feet there.
Disappointed with that. Hoped to have hit the target, himself a bit of time and space for the first time in the match in the danger area.
Made so much difference, but Davis not quite able to grow enough there. Dean Morgan, Drew Talbot, Dean Smalley for Chesterfield. Mark Allett, Smalley again. Talbot, Morgan. Allett. And Smalley. Whittaker still keen to put the pressure on.
They don't hold back when they're crossing balls. It's the first time we've seen a Chesterfield player really get some pace, try and whip that ball into the danger area. It's the right thing to do. Every now and again, when it doesn't quite come off, though, it doesn't look good.
Marshall giving chase here. Towards the final quarter of the match. There's no further damage for Rotherham, and Nicky Law not close to troubling Tommy Lee there. With the time to really get some momentum going. They didn't quite got it early enough, you feel, maybe, the first goal.
They are salvaging a little bit of pride because they were real by a long shot, second best in that first half, and we know he's a proud man, Ronnie Moore. He wouldn't have enjoyed watching his team like that. Got a response from them.
Certainly, he'll tell you, sort of first half for them has been, by some distance, the exception rather than the norm. He was going to settle tonight for them, having a night where they weren't at their best and finally getting a result. And quality performance and getting nothing. It's away by Talbot and Smalley. Talbot to join in. Should be keen to do that. Has done to good effect here, Drew Talbot. It's certainly a dangerous ball, and Leicester didn't quite get the ideal connection. Right now, Leicester to twist and turn and torment. The obvious attacking instincts of Chesterfield's standing right back. But now he's got to defend, and he's got in front of Omar Daly there and won his team a free kick.
He just looks an absolute natural, doesn't he, at full-back, Drew Talbot. Both ends of the pitch, attacking, defending. This is lovely, isn't it? Perfectly weighted ball that he knocks in behind to himself. That's a great cross. It's literally 6 inches away from Jack Lester, adding to his tally and making it 4. Super football.
Allett. Ryan Taylor winning the aerial duel, but it's met there by Griffiths. Moore suggested the target for automatic promotion this season. He reckons 76 points would be enough to guarantee you at least third spot, pointing to the fixtures between many of the top sides that are coming up. Well, if that is the case, Chesterfield will only be one more win away.
From Ronnie Moore's perspective, Rotherham are a few points shy of that just now.
Another 7 wins. This is Law, Jason Taylor, Omar Daly. Lifted in towards Marshall, but it's Scott Griffiths there.
Ronnie Moore would have asked for a response. And look at that, he's had it. Towards the end of the first half, we saw that Chesterfield were having 70% of the ball. Rotherham in the second half, just seeing a fraction more than the hosts.
Will have been potentially a bit painful for Ryan Taylor, although he's got straight up. Alec just clipping him.
And that's what he's there for, Mark Alec. Break the play up. He's maybe a little bit fortunate because Andy D'Urso had a word with him in the first half about a challenge. He's a little fortunate not to be seen a yellow for that.
Moore doesn't appear to be poised to strike it. He's poised to float it, and that's what he does. Knocked back by Mullins, no one arriving in red to take advantage of it. And here's Morgan. Nicky Law. Straightforward for Smalley to tidy up, and he'll get it back here. Dean Holden, the man who started that first half goal rush. And ended it in sublime fashion. Scrap on there between Jason Taylor and Dean Morgan, and he'll go Chesterfield's way, as pretty much everything really tonight.
Again, seeing an example of Rotherham getting a lot closer to Chesterfield, not allowing them to pass the ball as easily as they did in the first half. Much more competitive match, but a little too late.
Omar Daly. Talbot there. Leicester again away from Cresswell. This time it won't quite run for him.
He's looking to get it on that left foot again, wasn't he? To bend it to that far corner.
His appetite not sated by one that even for him will have to go down as a special goal. Chance there. Robertson, the defender, not quite able to nip in. Holden, Griffiths. Holden. Morgan. One for Warrington, but footwork is assured. Smalling. Talbot. See why they're really cruising towards League One. This is Davis. Venomous hit. Seen plenty of those this season.
Well, they are. They're cruising towards League One, and they're cruising towards 3 points here, and they're enjoying themselves. They're certainly playing within themselves. It's lovely skill. Manufacture the space. Lots of power.
Heading towards promotion with room to spare. The last time it was amid adversity under Nicky Law from this division. They had a 9-point deduction to cope with, but still managed to get up. They've had plenty of those in recent years to cope with, haven't they? eventually cometh late. They're a club with big ambitions, aren't they? They've been set a target by the money man, Tony Stewart, getting to the Championship by 2013. They've got a new stadium potentially on the way. Time for 2012-13 season.
It's one step at a time, and it's about the here and now. Rotherham United, you say, after this result, there is no question. Rather than looking up at Wycombe and Bury, the first place they'll be looking is just over their shoulders, because the team's queuing up right behind them.
Law. And away by Holden.
John Sheridan would be demanding a clean sheet from his team. They haven't had one here in 5 previous home games. They'll just maybe put the icing on the cake for the Chesterfield manager.
It's often the bedrock that seasons are built on, generally is. And despite the fact that they do give you a chance, they still have got the 4th best defence in the league.
Yeah, let's not be too harsh.
Rotherham produce here. It's Ryan Taylor up, and Tommy Lee with an important hand on it. And Omar Daly couldn't gobble up the scraps there. This is Dean Smalley, away from Tong. Davis is waiting. Danny Coyd got back in time.
Yeah, well done, Danny Coyd. Had to get his positioning absolutely spot on for his team. And he did so, but this is from a Rotherham corner, let's not forget that. Look how quickly they turn defence into attack. They break really quickly. Good save in the middle of all that from Tommy Lee.
And he's called upon, he's done his job. Whittaker's corner. Marshall will finally bring it out. Got a touch, but Ryan Taylor pick up possession here and look for Daly. Certainly got the speed. It's Tong. Couldn't tee it up for Jason Taylor. And once again, it's Chesterfield breaking. It's Scott Griffiths this time. Whittaker. This was thinking about another of those trademark efforts, wasn't it?
It's interesting to see just how often he plants himself out there on that left-hand touchline, looking.
That's great work from Morgan. It's a brilliant run. The finish isn't there.
There's so much to admire from the men in blue here tonight. He's had a real good game, quality crossing, lovely skill there. All that's lacking is the finish, trying to bend it in that far corner. It's a good effort.
He's had a season afflicted with injury, a foot problem, but he's without a goal now since October, without a league goal since September. So it would be nice to wipe out those statistics. He hasn't scored one here. A little bit away from home.
Take them wherever they come, trust me.
Smalley. Chesterfield with a free kick here, conceded by Dale Tong, despite the protests.
Really know why he's arguing. Clear obstruction. Blatant block.
Holden wanting to add to his tally amongst those waiting. Whittaker's ball is not convincingly dealt with. Morgan. Craig Davis. Another strike. Oh, Warrington alert and alive. I think he knew what was coming.
Well, he's not frightened to have a strike, is he? You can see why. Stunning strike.
Lafondre on for Daly. Oh, venomous! Well, that's a little cameo of what he can do.
I think Tommy Lee gets a touch here, you know. This is a super save. Great movement. He gets in behind and smashes it. I just think the goalkeeper just gets a little finger to help that onto the bar. That's a real good save, and it's a good spot by the officials because they've given Rotherham the throw-in.
Yeah, credit Tommy Lee.
It's about the first time in the entire match they've managed to get in behind that Chesterfield defence. No surprise with the pace he's got. Omar Daly was the man to do it.
Moore knows his team have got goals in them. Not that they've shown it regularly in the last few games. They at least grab some consolation. Come out to Daly, who will wind one up. Blocked by Robertson. Marshall. Waiting deep inside the area, it's Daly. And another corner.
Well, he's got what he asked for, Ronnie Moore, hasn't he? A little bit of heart, a little bit of spirit, a little bit of character, a little bit of fight, a little bit of commitment.
The words "win the second half" I'm sure would have come up if possible.
You would think so.
Maybe do have a chance to do that here, but well, they haven't got a firm foothold in the match, and Nicky Law didn't have one there either.
Well, maybe it's not their night. Fair to say, just struck the bar, and then this happens. Just loses his footing, and there you go.
Chesterfield are going to make a change, and it's an opportunity for their talisman this season to soak up the acclaim. Adding to his tally, although to a large degree it was gifted to him, he had work to do with the finish. He said it. 22 for the season. And Jordan Bowery, a man who's come through the ranks here, is going to come on. And there's a Rotherham change as well, and Marcus Marshall's night comes to a close. Liam Henderson, currently on loan from Watford, that loan extended in the midweek. Well, here's an opportunity for Jack Lester! It's been a fantastic night for Chesterfield, and they've just underlined their quality once more.
Well, is there anybody in this stadium that dared to doubt that once Jack Lester had got in behind that Rotherham defence, that ball wouldn't end up in the back of the net? I doubt it. It's just a long, high ball. It's flicked on, and there you go. Once again, poor defending. But having said that, take nothing away, absolutely nothing away from Jack Lester's alertness, his desire to get in behind, keep himself ahead of Cresswell, and the finish, hard and low, just where goalkeepers can't stop it, don't like it, super finish.
Well, what a productive year it has been for Jack Lester, who's used to being the top scorer, although Craig Davis has upstaged him this season. Whittaker to fire it. Took a deflection in the corner, and the punishment may not yet be complete. And Jack Lester now looking for a hat-trick. Already managed one this season against Stockport.
Well, you wouldn't bet against him getting a chance, would you? Given how many late goals Chesterfield score.
And it falls for Leicester. It is the hat-trick. Chesterfield cruising towards League One, and it certainly has been exactly that tonight against their local rivals. And Jack Lester, not for the first time for the Spyrites, the headline act.
Well, we were just praising Rotherham and saying how pleased Ronnie Moore would be, but I'll take it all back. Defensively, absolutely diabolical. Look where he comes from, Jack Lester. Nobody anywhere near him. It's Danny Coyd who should be closer, and Jack Lester's not going to miss from there, but it's just a corner into the 6-yard box. Rotherham have to do better than that. John Sheridan certainly doesn't care.
Well, for the second time this season, he'll be taking home the match ball. Cresswell.
Spoke in the first half, didn't we, about Rotherham being on the end of a hiding, a beating. What is it going to do to their confidence for their remaining games? That's the big question. One thing's for sure, they are going to have to defend better.
Smalley.
Talk to managers the matches and you analyse and you look at these 5 goals and you say, right, how many of those 5 goals were really truly avoidable? The answer is probably most of them. With better defending, better concentration. Certainly Rotherham been the masters of their own downfall defensively tonight. But let's not take anything away from Chesterfield. They've been absolutely outstanding. And I would go as far as to say, probably the best League Two team that I've ever seen.
It's quite a statement. But they're living up to those sort of notices, aren't they? Well, double change here for Chesterfield. And Kieran Gilani is the man on the left. Well, Mark Allett trudging off, the skipper. Dwayne Mattis, the on-field captain this season, but he can't get in the side at the moment. And Jack Lester deserves every moment of this ovation.
Outstanding. Just one word. Outstanding.
He's replaced by 20-year-old Kieran Gilani on loan from Crystal Palace. Frustratingly, a player that Ronnie Moore was desperate to sign in the transfer window. But John Sheridan beating him to the punch. Oh, and off the post, and he'll fall for Holden. And Warrington makes the save, but the flag had got up. It was Whittaker's initial effort there.
They've got to be careful, Rotherham, not to implode. The final whistle really can't come quick enough for them, can it? Once again, just good spot by the assistant on this side. A real good strike. The flag would have stayed down had the shot gone straight in.
But they really have enjoyed their night, haven't they? A record crowd at the V2 Net Arena, Chesterfield's new home. Credit the away support as well. A quarter of them made up by those who've travelled from Rotherham to give it a real fantastic Derby Day atmosphere. But fantastic is not a word that will come up in Ronnie Moore's vocabulary in his address to his players.
No, certainly won't. I think he probably knew of all the teams in this league, Chesterfield were capable of putting on a performance like this, but he wouldn't have expected his team to give them the helping hand that they have done.
Daly. glimpses of what he can do, but he got no change out of Drew Talbot there. You said it before, he looks like he's been playing there all his life, never mind just a few weeks.
Outstanding. No sign of any strikers' tackles there, are there?
Owen Mullins is up there. Cresswell went to ground amidst all that.
Was there a push in there? Absolutely. Big centre-half's appealing to Andy D'Urso now, saying I was pushed.
May actually have been Jason Taylor who was on the receiving end here.
A little nudge, and Andy D'Urso's looking right down at that. It's Mathis. Comes in, a little nudge in the back, and I have to say, a lot of referees would give a penalty for that. A good view of it, didn't he?
No end to the agony. Here's Jelani. Thin margin there. It was Mullins who got the foot in. Morgan. Smalley. Here's Morgan. Gordon Bowery was lurking in the penalty box there. As we enter the 90th minute, Rotherham cannot wait for this torment to end. Unfortunately, given that we've had the full hit of substitutions, we're guaranteed at least another 3 minutes. And Rotherham's recent enjoyment of this fixture has come to an emphatic end.
There's one way of putting it. They'll be hurting. They'll be hurting until they can get out on the pitch and put it all behind them.
It's Jelani. Real hunger there. This is Morgan. Dale Tom keen to prevent the corner. And find Daly. He needs to find his feet. It is indeed 3 minutes of added time. And that's Lafondra!
Oh, what a save, what a save. Because he'd lost his balance, just waiting for the net to balls, but in a flash there, you've just seen what Adam Lafondra is capable. That is a spectacular effort, great awareness, but just as good as that effort is, that is a stunning save, because he's going backwards and he gets a real good hand to tip that under the bar again. Super goalkeeping.
Well, Mark Crossley, you'll know a thing or two about that, who's on the staff here at Chesterfield, was singing his praises to us before the kickoff, and certainly lived up to those words.
Yeah, he'll tell you, he taught him everything he knows. When he's been called upon, he's been there. 2 or 3 outstanding saves here tonight. And just to giving John Sheridan the icing on the cake that we were talking about, that clean sheet.
I'll
say as well, it's been absolutely terrific advert for League Two football. We came here expecting goals based on statistics, but never really sure that it'll work out like that. It certainly has. It's been real good entertainment.
The intensity of that first half performance from Chesterfield is good as you'll see, really.
It was outstanding. It really was excellent all round in every way.
Here's Jason Taylor. Daly trying to find a route through, hoping for a corner, but he can only hope. Well, they must feel the world is completely against them.
A little bit of sympathy, because it did look like it took a deflection off Drew Talbot.
Since we're back at Eton, having given John Sheridan his chances as coach, as he regret there after that. But he said that John Sheridan would always prove himself as a manager, and he's certainly doing so.
14-point cushion. Done it, haven't they? Must have done it. And yet they won't even allow them to talk about it. It's far and away the biggest margin in any of the divisions.
It says we won't talk about it till we've done it, but that surely cannot be far away. Chesterfield have emphatically underlined why they are the standout team in League Two this season. And Jack Lester, once again, the headline maker. His second hat-trick of the campaign. The first sublime, the second and third opportunistic, and maybe owed a little to some less than watertight defending. But really was a tremendous performance throughout. Dean Holden with the opening goal. Craig Davis underlining his burgeoning reputation. And really, they're almost there in League One. Jack Lester is there with Patrick Davison.
Jack, your greatest night in a Chesterfield shirt?
It's up there, yeah. I mean, it's a big night for us tonight. We're going for the title now, and a great result against a good side.
What about this crowd? What has it been like to play and score a hat-trick in front of them?
Yeah, I mean, it's our biggest crowd of the season, and it's a great night. I mean, they'll all come back now, hopefully, and it's a great night for us.
How much are the goals down to the approach of the team and the service you get?
Well, the service is fantastic. The way we pass it, I think they have to work very hard when we've got the ball. We keep balls for a long time, and it showed tonight. And I think they tired in the end.
Drew, he's still pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not bad for now, guys. You know, as long as they keep scoring them goals, you know, it's been brilliant for us all season. You know, and just going out to again like this is excellent. So
you're a striker yourself. How are you enjoying your role in this team?
It's a new experience for me, but you know, I've adapted quite well. So I just play anywhere. If I'm honest, you know, in a team like this, you know, you should be able to adapt. And you know, it's a team on the whole tonight. It's an excellent performance.
You're so close now. How many more points do you think you need?
Take each game as it comes, you know, pick up 3 points, you know, and sooner we get those points in the bag, then we'll be there, so.
OK, Jack, well, we can add the Empower Man of the Match to the match ball. Well done.
He's got the champagne, he's got the match ball. Not bad for an old guy, as Jude Talbot said. He's still got it, hasn't he? A 6th career hat-trick for Jack Lester, and his 3 goals contributing to a 21st league win of the season for Chesterfield, who are now 13 points clear at the top, and 18 points, more importantly, clear of the playoff pack. What a night for them. As for Rotherham, they suffer another away defeat and drop a place, actually, due to goal difference. Plenty of football coming your way this weekend on Sky Sports. Super Sunday kicks off with Sunderland against Liverpool from the Stadium of Light at 1 p.m. on Sky Sports HD1 and also in 3D. And it's followed by a big game between 4th and 3rd place Chelsea and Manchester City, HD1 and 1 from 3:30 for that one. Well, tonight we have seen Chesterfield do a demolition job on their local rivals Rotherham. We'll find out what Alan Neil and Peter Taylor made of that performance when we come back. But Jack Lester stole the show. You know, Chesterfield fans have certainly been treated to some real entertainment at their new stadium this season. And a record crowd lapped up a 5-star display tonight. Record attendance packed into the B2Net Stadium for a local derby between table-toppers Chesterfield and promotion rivals Rotherham. And the home fans were treated to a stunning display by their free-scoring team. 3-0 at half-time, Jack Lester with the 3rd. 2 more for him after the break, a hat-trick for Leicester and a 5-0 win for Chesterfield. Let's hear from their manager now. John Sheridan is with Patrick Davison.
John, record crowd, record win. Was that pretty much the perfect night?
Well, we couldn't ask for much more, could you? I think we've pleased everyone who's come to watch the game, but I'm just proud of my players. And I'm pleased that they've shown people that we are quite a decent team when we want to play. And thought performance first half is probably, well, I've been a manager, the short time I've been a manager, it's probably the best I've had from any team I've managed.
The crowd were delighted, but as a manager, how pleased were you?
I was pleased that I gave them instructions, and I thought we had to play at a tempo, because if you let Rotherham dictate what they want to do and play to their strengths, they can cause you lots of problems. But I thought we really moved the ball at pace and tempo, and obviously we get our goals with the players we've got in the side.
How big was the crowd for you tonight?
No, I asked for them to get behind the side, and which they have done all season, but I knew it'd be a big crowd, and Rotherham brought a big following, but we scored the goals and they got right behind them, and it was a quality atmosphere all night.
And a word on Jack Lester, just how good was he tonight?
He was all right, wasn't he? No, listen, I keep saying I wish he was 28. He just shows you that quality, doesn't he? And well, usually when he gets in a goal-scoring opportunity, he usually puts them away. And I'm pleased for him. He was a big part of a very good team tonight. And obviously the 3 points was the most important things, and we achieved with what we tried to do.
How many more points do you think you need?
We're just going to try and get as many points as possible and as quickly as possible. And while it's still mathematical for teams to catch us, and we're just going to carry on and try and win every game, and that's what we're going to do, get points as quickly as possible, and then hopefully everything will take care of itself.
But tonight was a real special one, wasn't it?
No, it was great, and like I say, with the cameras there, and I'm pleased for the players. You know, only a couple of weeks ago we played Morecambe, and people were getting on our backs, and we played really poorly, and some of it was deserved, but I think we showed the last 3 games at home what we can do, and against a team who's trying to get points and gain on us, but we showed we were a decent side tonight.
Thank you, John. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a special night for John Sheridan. Chesterfield 5-0 winners over their local rivals this evening. Alongside us, Alan Nill and Peter Taylor as well. It's a night that Rotherham will want to forget, Peter, but how impressed were you by Chesterfield?
Well, again, you know, they're such a confident, positive team at home. You don't want to give them a start, and I think that's what Rotherham done, and it made for me, Chesterfield look even more confident. But they've got some really, really good players. For this level, they've got some good players that are patient on the ball, good players on the ball, very, very good in the final third, and that's why they score the goals they do.
And how will Ronnie Moore be feeling and Rotherham United tonight, Alan?
Pretty deflated. I don't think Ronnie would have expected that result, and I think especially the manner in which the result came, and you know, I think he's got a big job to pick his team up, but I'm sure Ronnie will do. There's plenty more games left.
Jack Lester, no doubt, taking the headlines, the man of the match with his hat-trick. Only starts the home games nowadays. As John Sheridan said, he wishes he was 28.
Well, he's a very clever player, and you know, if you allow good service into him, he can do this to you. You know, he's good with his back to goal. He turns you, and he's, you know, and when he gets the chance, he finishes. You know, and still a lot to do here. All of a sudden, he's getting himself an open goal.
You know him so well, Alan. Why is he so good, and why has he been throughout the years so consistent? He just knows where the net is, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've got to say he's very single-minded. He taught me a lot about strikers and quality strikers. Sometimes when I came here, I wanted them to run around and close down, and Jack doesn't really do that, but he can put the ball in the back of the net, and sometimes you accept that. You'd rather have that and let others find him a service, and he's probably the best in the league when it comes to in front of the goal.
And he scored 2 more in the second half. Rotherham had mounted something of a comeback, hadn't they, until Leicester took over once again?
Yeah, well, Davies, I think, won the flick there, and that's poor from Creswell. I think he shouldn't allow that Jack to get through as easy as that. But there's still a lot to do. He's still got a goalkeeper that's trying to be big. He stays composed and puts it in the corner.
Yeah, he's running forward. He's always looking for that one ball. Jack, he's not blessed with great pace, but he's got a real clever mind, and he's just looking for one ball behind the centre half, and there you go. Once he's in, it's a goal. And just seeing the script was written, wasn't it, for him to get his hat-trick tonight? It's funny, we were just talking about man of the match, and we were going tall, but then all of a sudden, Jack scores his hat-trick, so kind of sealed it. Yeah, very special night for him. And how much longer can he keep on going, do you think, Peter?
Well, I think, you know, there is a lot of strikers that are a little bit older that carry on scoring goals because their movement gets better, you know, and their cleverness gets better. And I think Jack's the third goal there looked a poor goal by Rotherham, but I think it was his clever movement that got in front at the right time. The 70th goal of the season for Chesterfield came in the first half, got them running with the first goal of the game. Alan, how many of these could have been prevented by Rotherham? Yeah, they'll be disappointed. As a manager or a coach, you're disappointed with all the goals. You think you can do something. But I think the first 2, I think here they don't stop the cross. And then 3 are coming out and 1 drops in and gives him a free header, so disappointed. And that's 10 away games in a row now that Rotherham have conceded the first goal. And it's an uphill battle from then on, Peter, isn't it? Well, it is, yeah. As I say, you mustn't give good teams, you know, easy goals, because then they go on to win easily. So as Alan said, Ronnie's got to pick them up a little bit, but he's got the experience to do that. And how will Ronnie Moore try and explain the defending for the second, Alan? I don't think you can explain it. I think it's just, you know, crazy. He gets there, he's got plenty of time, he's just sloppy with a back pass. And then ultimately they pay for giving away the corner. As a manager, you'd be scratching your pulling your hair out, wouldn't you, Peter? When he's done that, I just would have liked to have seen him to rally his troops, get organised. We've now got a corner to defend, and look at them. The only urgency is Whittaker on the ball, you know. So to me, that's sloppy play by Rotherham, and some of them not even looking at the ball. And that was it. Nothing Andy Warrington could do about that.
You just think at 2-0, if you're a manager, you think at 2-0 you probably might have a chance if you get the next goal. And unfortunately they don't. Jack scores a third right on half-time, and really it's game over then.
5 goals then for Chesterfield and a clean sheet, only the 5th they've actually kept here at the new BT Net Stadium this season, and that will please the manager as well, won't it, Peter?
Yeah, you do get a little bit fussy at the end. You know, you're 4 or 5-0 up, and then you say to yourself, right, clean sheet. The goalie coach will be delighted the way the goalkeeper played, so you do get a little bit greedy in the end. That you not only want 3 points, you want a 5-0.
Yeah, Tommy Lee was a hero himself, just like Jack Lester. He kept 2 or 3 really good chances out, didn't he?
Yeah, he's very good and been excellent all season. And I think Tommy Lee, as all the players, but I can't think of a player that played poorly for Chesterfield tonight, and I thought it was an all-round excellent performance.
Chesterfield look unstoppable, don't they now, Peter?
They did in the first half. I agree with John. I think that was as good a display as I've seen, a League Two play. They looked really positive, really hungry. As I say, they've got some real quality on the ball. So they will take some stopping. And but I said to John when we played them, it was my last real game that I played one more after we played Chesterfield, and I said to John, "You're up. I know you won't admit it, but they're up, and they're definitely up."
8 games left they have, including Bury and a nil. Do you hope they're already up by the time you play them?
I think they'll be up. I think they are now. Yeah, they're
already.
They're such a strong squad and such a depth that I think they're up already. So I think they've been brilliant all season. The league doesn't lie; they've been the best team, and and tonight showed exactly why, really.
Full credit to the manager as well, because end of last season they were getting hammered. Not at this ground, of course. It was Saltergate, but they weren't very happy with him, and he was having a go back at them. He signed good players, and he's got them playing in a very confident way.
Don Goodman said he thought they were the best League Two side he'd ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not having that. There's other teams.
And how do you think Craig Davis could do in League One?
He's a good player. He's already played there. He's a natural goal scorer. I think he can play in League One and probably above.
How high could he go?
I think he's got a lot, really. And he's had a stuttering career, really. Started at Wolves, and it seems like every now and again the players find where they're comfortable, and it looks like Craig Davis is comfortable at Chesterfield.
Rotherham's heaviest defeat since a Derby Day defeat to Sheffield United back in 2003. How damaging could that defeat be for them, Peter?
Well, it could be, but I think you've then got to stay focused. You've then got to say to yourself, OK, well, it's the best team in the division that should have beaten us 5. So, we could have come here, done well and lost 1-0. So, end of the day, you just pick yourself up, have a good, I'm sure, honest team meeting and go from there.
And how do you think Ronnie Moore will try and pick his team up now, Alan?
I think it's difficult. I think, like Peter said, that you just got to put it behind you and focus on whatever they've got left. I think they've got 8 games left. They just focus on those and how many points they can get out of those.
The danger is they could be 8th by the close of play tomorrow and suddenly trying to scrap to get into the playoffs.
Well, you're talking to the wrong person. They're chasing us, so...
Yeah, it's a tight league, so that could happen. But again, it still means he's got another, 8 games to go or whatever they've got to go. There's still enough. If he gets his team right, you can then pick up another 15, 16 points.
And he's an experienced manager. He's been there, he's done it. He's won promotion before. He knows
Absolutely.
what it is.
And I'm sure he's had bad times, a bad night. That's how it goes, and he'll know how to pick them up.
Well, let's find out how he plans to pick them up. Ronnie Moore is with Patrick Davison.
Ronnie, how hurt are you by what you've seen?
Well, it was embarrassing. It's hard to describe. You look at them, it was men against boys. And why? It's such an important game for the football club. 2,500 people here. They're in tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. They're in tomorrow, Sunday. There's no break for them. You cannot put in a performance like that. It was lacklustre, gutless. I can't think of anybody who's played well. And you're looking, you've got to play well when you come here. But to put in a performance like that, it's diabolical, and I'm lost for words, and, I can apologise to the supporters because we've got 2,500 here, at least give some blood and some guts and have a real go at it. That was shambolic, totally unacceptable.
You said they would need locking up if they weren't up for it. Were they sufficiently up for it for your liking?
Well, if I had a gun, I'd shoot them. It's simple as that, They were embarrassing, they've got, family and everything here watching games, we're on TV, we're a good side. But you look at that today and, we look like we were a side who were in relegation. Said, where's the fire? Get some fire in the bellies and some, the winning attitude, gone out the window.
It's 5 without a win now. How do you turn this round, especially after a defeat like that?
Well, the away form, it's just, we've got to go more defensively. You know, you look at it, and but it's done. There's not a great deal we can do about it now. We have to try and turn things over and get it done tomorrow.
Okay, thank you for talking to us, Ronnie.
Gutless, embarrassing, and speaking metaphorically, if I had a gun, I'd shoot them. Is that the sort of after-match interview you'd have given there, Peter?
Well, I know how he's feeling. I think he'd be feeling, really down because of that. I didn't think it was as bad as that, to be fair. You're playing against a good team, and I thought second half they got a little bit more pride as a group. But I do understand how Ronnie feels, and maybe sometimes players don't realise what the managers go through.
You know these two clubs very well, Alan. Yeah. How will those Rotherham fans be feeling? Because they wanted to beat this lot.
Well, there's a big expectation at Rotherham, and they think they can beat anybody in the league, and they have a big squad. And I think sometimes watching Ronnie there, sometimes you just got to hold your hand up and say the opposition were far better than us today, and they've got quality players, and we caught them on a really good day. And I think anybody playing Chesterfield on a really good day, that could happen.
One of the results in League Two this evening, Southend, big win for them as well at Roots Hall. 4-0 over Hereford, 2 goals for Crawford, 2 for Barry Core, and that moves them up to 11th in the table. There they are, 4 points off the playoffs now, still with a chance of sneaking into the 4th to 7th places themselves. Rotherham have dropped a place on goal difference down to 5th. Chesterfield are now 13 points clear and 18 points clear of the playoff pack. Can Southend sneak in, do you think, Peter?
That's a great win for them tonight, because I was reading the local paper before I got here, and they had a lot of injuries, so it's a great win for Paul Sturrock tonight. So they could creep in, but they need to get their players fit.
Thanks very much indeed for your company this evening to Peter Taylor and Alan Neal. Alan, all the best in your promotion push as well. So plenty more football coming your way on Sky Sports this weekend. From the Premier League tomorrow lunchtime, Tottenham taking on West Ham. It's a London derby from 12:30, Sky Sports HD2 and 2 and in 3D. And another offering from the Football League tomorrow tea time. Southampton against Sheffield Wednesday from 5, HD2 and 2 for that. And Super Sunday sees Sunderland against Liverpool first on HD1 and 1 and 3D from 1 o'clock. And it is followed by Chelsea up against Manchester City, 3:30, same channels for that one. So it's a 13th home win of the season for Chesterfield. They're 13 points clear at the top. They're almost over the line after crushing Rotherham tonight. Goodbye.
More sport.
Well, hope you enjoyed that. We got there in the end. Thanks for your patience once again. Live streaming will continue every Saturday during the lockdown period. Just a reminder about the fun family quiz taking place this afternoon at 5 PM back here on the Spyrights YouTube channel, and also the popular Spyrights quiz on Wednesday evening from 8 PM. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for joining us, and as always, stay safe.